Over the past several years, one thing has been increasingly obvious for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. People just don't seem to care anymore. There seems to be apathy when it comes to Marvel, unless there's some spectacular event picture that comes out that has a lot of people that had nothing to do with the MCU in it coming back for some appearances, like Spider-Man No Way Home or like Deadpool and Wolverine. People just are not coming to the theaters or watching on Disney Plus. And after several weeks, finally, you even have the people in the media admitting what we had said all along after its opening weekend and its tracking, that Captain America Brave New World is a failure. Even with the fake budget that they're still running with, that even ironically, places like IGN are admitting is probably a load of bullshit. Captain America Brave New World's real budget? You'll never know, and this is why. Yes, they're admitting that they're not telling the truth about that $180 million budget. But even taking that budget at face value, which is a lie from Marvel once again, the results at the box office just are not up to par. This movie is likely going to crack and get a little bit over 400 million. And finally, people are admitting that that is an embarrassment. It's embarrassingly low. Captain America Brave New World is winding up as one of the lowest grossing Marvel movies of all time. Just like so many of us said it would from the beginning, because people were not interested in this character. They're not interested in this version of Captain America. And ultimately, it's a flop at the box office and will lose money for Marvel. Combine that with what they're doing on the Disney Plus side. And even I got to admit, I was shocked by this, quite frankly. How poorly Daredevil Born Again is faring. This news came out from Disney's own mouth several days ago. Daredevil Born Again launches with 7.5 million views on Disney Plus. And even though, once again, so many in the media tried to spin it, hey guys, it's the best Disney Plus debut of the year. We're 2 months into the fucking year and they've released nothing of note on Disney Plus. This is effectively like being the tallest midget or the smartest retard. It's not all that impressive. And some people are, reading through the lines for this. Daredevil Born Again's viewership is lower than Agatha All Along on Disney Plus. And that's true. When you look at these comparisons, Daredevil Born Again is one of the worst performing Disney Plus series that's been put out there lately. Lower, significantly lower than The Acolyte, significantly lower, basically half as many viewers as something like Ahsoka, and that was a viewership failure for Disney Star Wars. And Daredevil Born Again, with all the lead up, with the anticipation, with these returning characters, with the hype from the Netflix series, it can't even get as many viewers as Agatha All Along. And now, what was revealed recently was that it couldn't even crack into the top 10 in terms of streaming programs. Daredevil Born Again debuted this week. This is the week. And it's nowhere to be found. White Lotus, 1923. Reacher Season 3. Running Point, Paradise, Zero Day, Love is Blind. I think this is a typo and supposed to be Venom because it's the Venom picture, but it says Midnight in the Switchgrass. Maybe it is Midnight in the Switchgrass. Despicable Me 4, The Pit Season 1 on Max. Look at all the other streaming services represented, except for Disney Plus and Daredevil Born Again. Apathy has set in for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And you know what? They can make all the excuses in the world. This is Daredevil, Charlie Cox. This is Kingpin, right? Vincent D'Onofrio coming back for a show that had a hardcore dedicated fan base. And you missed. Hey, this isn't even indicative that people hate the show. And I've said I think the show has a ton of problems, is rather mid and mediocre, and I think it's going downhill based on the red flags I can see. Not the worst Disney Plus thing they've put out by a long shot. It's better than Agatha All Along by a long shot. But this is where people are at. This is where people are at when it comes to the box office in the theaters. This is where they're at when it comes to streaming. People don't trust Marvel. They have no interest anymore in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And it doesn't matter how many things you push out like this, fans are continuing to walk away. And that is a huge problem for the MCU.